generation almost physically attached to the phone. The last thing they'll do is call you on it. Today, over 3/4 of secondary school children have their own mobile, spending an average of nearly 19 hours a week online.
My favourite device is my phone, and I use it about 4 hours a day.
My favourite device is my phone, and I think I use it about 5 hours a day.
My most favourite one is my iPhone. I use my phone more than 5 hours a day.
For today's teenagers, all life is lived online.
My phone is very important. Like, I wouldn't find anything out, I wouldn't be able to do anything. It's getting in contact with people. Yeah. You'd have to actually leave your house.
I use my phone every day. There's no day that I'm not on my phone. Like, at school, I'll be on my phone. Like,
yeah, like a break.
Yeah.
Addiction psychiatrist Dr. Richard Graham used to work mainly with hardcore young gamers. Now it's technology's grip across all teenagers, which is causing concern.
I think this again is one of the most extraordinary developments of having technology with us or on us, is that it starts very quickly now to become part of us and almost physically a part of the body, and therein not having it is a form of amputation.
If I was like just walking to school and I didn't have my phone, I don't even know what I'd do. I'd probably look at the floor.
I think like when you're sat on a train or in a bus stop or walking through like a crowd of people or something, to avoid awkwardness and like awkward eye contact, you just look at your phone. Yeah. And if you're not, you're just awkwardly like staring at people's faces. And
the great irony, of course, is that most parents will say they buy these phones for their children for their safety. But actually, in some ways, we are opening them up to a world that can be very dangerous.
I think you have to sort of understand all the different risks, whether it's the risks of sort of extreme content and, or bullying or sexting or whatever it is. The more time you're online or engaged with the phone, the more risks can come through that device.
And for more than half the parents we surveyed, it's the risk of children being exposed to sexual material or meeting strangers online which worries them most. But when Ofcom questioned the young people themselves, only 2% said they'd seen sexual content which made them uncomfortable.
I've been asked for naked photos before, and like Instagram just now. Yeah, most of the people we know, I know, have been asked, not all the time, but at least once. Yeah. It's quite common.
And there's lots of Instagram accounts for different areas around here and around everywhere, of people asking anybody to like direct message them any naked photos they have of people that live in areas.
And then all their friends that go on their tag photos can see it.
With increasing concern about the effect of technology, the government has commissioned a review into smartphone use in classrooms, and many schools across the country are opting to try digital detoxes. We asked our girls to do the same, going technological cold turkey for 48 hours.
There's nothing to do without a phone.
I know, or like an iPad to like watch TV or something, but I can't read for like 5 hours straight.
I know. Reading's boring, I'm not reading.
Get a good book.
Oh, I'm gonna die. We're gonna miss the drama on Twitter, we won't even know about it. Like, someone could die and we wouldn't know. No joke, there could be a war. How else are we gonna know other than a newspaper? And I'm not being funny, I don't read newspapers.
The girls agreed to keep a video diary, using a mini camera, no screen obviously, to document how they coped.
So right now we are currently very bored, so we've decided to play cards. We've got all of these games to play, basically the 1920s.
It's raining outside, and because I didn't have phone or Wi-Fi, I couldn't search up the weather, so I just left and started walking, and it started to rain. Oh.
So a car just completely splashed me driving along the road, and I really wish I could tweet about it, but I can't, so I'm just gonna go inside and try and drive.
I know in about 5-10 minutes when I arrive at the pub, not having my phone is going to be a real struggle for me, because I'm going to be sitting there and I'm going to be bored, because it's only going to be me, my sister, my dad, his girlfriend and her daughter, so we're not going to do much.
Every time I felt like I'd want to go on my phone, I'm just reading another chapter of my book, and I'm halfway through already. So by the end of the day, I think I will have finished a book.
And I don't think I've ever really read a whole book in a day before.
We're so bored we are making cupcakes.
And we're using a recipe book.
We're using a recipe, not the internet. Things are going pretty well.
And we found ourselves discussing the migrant crisis and like politics and
Whilst playing Monopoly.
48 hours later and the girls are reunited with their beloved smartphones.
I got my first. Mine's running on.
Relieved, they quickly set about catching up.
45 messages. Hold on, it's getting buzzing all the time. Stop. It's on, mine's on.
At first I was very lost, but it did get easier.
When it was really boring, it was really boring.
I was just talking to some like lady on the street. And it was kind of weird, but it was like nice, but it was just unusual. I don't usually do that.
Clearly surprising themselves, they managed to survive the boredom. But were there any other unexpected benefits of the detox?
During the night, if I heard my phone bleep or anything, I'd normally get up and check it. But obviously there was no beeping or anything like that, so I slept the whole way through.
I felt so much like more refreshed because I'd had proper sleep with no interruptions or anything.
So life without a smartphone is possible, but can it be desirable?
I will read more, and I think I will try and like bake more cakes and things like that, and play a game of Monopoly because I did enjoy it.
Now I'm hoping that after this I'll spend less time on my phone, and because I know what else to do with my time.
I probably could go without my phone a lot more than I think I can.
But good old-fashioned fun can pale against the lure of life online. What that means for young people remains seemingly impossible to work out, as technology changes quicker than it takes a teenager to Snapchat.